Good afternoon, friends. It is Tuesday afternoon. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening. All of a sudden I got a live in a live. Why is that? Okay, let me know if this is working out. I started chatting and then all of a sudden another picture popped into my screen of me chatting. So I don't know what that means. And I hope that this is working. As you know, me and technology are sometimes mortal enemies. So if you are tuning in, let me know if I'm in the right place. I should be on the Stampin' for Fun Facebook page, number one. And number two, let me know if the live is working and going okay, because I don't know why that strange thing popped up on my screen. But hello, friends. Okay, I see that Gail is on, Jen is on. Okay, so we'll just keep going. That's what I did last week. Those of you that were here last week, whatever happened, I just kept going. The show must go on. That's what I've decided. But you'll be pleased to know that I put on my Do Not Disturb notification on my phone. And so that means I won't get any texts or phone calls while I'm doing it today. So maybe last week's fiasco was helpful to make me use that little feature on my phone so that I can just fully concentrate on being with you guys here on my Facebook Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's a little nice Tuesday afternoon routine that we have that we can connect and share some stamping together. Okay, Gail says all is well. So that means that there's not two of me on your screen, because that was really weird, whatever happened on my screen. But we'll just ignore it. I was able to swipe it away and hopefully everything is okay. Yay! So I have some announcements to share as usual. So Stampin' for Fun announcements. And then I wanted to do a little bit of, I wanted to share a product. I know that I've got my monthly product of the month, which is the For Unto You stamp set. So we will be stamping with that. But I also wanted to spend some time talking about the Seal adhesive and Seal Plus adhesive, because I've been working with them both more lately, and I thought it would be useful to have a video that talks about those two products a bit. Okay, because I had to kind of use them to learn about them, so I thought whatever I'm learning, I thought I should share with you. Okay, so welcome to my Facebook page. If you're brand new, don't worry, you're in the right place. You can learn about stamping here. You can learn about me, Genevieve Co. You'll always find out some new tidbit about me probably. And if you've never stamped before, please let me know, because I am happy to do sort of a one-on-one Zoom to share a little bit more with you if you want, or just answer any questions, because sometimes I get going and I forget that other people may not have stamped as much as I have before. But I fell into stamping simply because I felt super impressed with myself from creating pretty things, because I never thought that I could. But Stampin' Up! Products make it so easy to create, and I'm going to share some of those products with you today. So why don't I flip the camera over, share a couple announcements, and then we'll get started with stamping. Okay, don't be shy to post comments. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I did draw a winner from last week, because anybody who comments gets entered into a drawing for a little prize. So Gail, Thomas, you were the winner from last week, so keep an eye on your mailbox. I will send something your way. Oh, you like my vest? Okay, because I'm always cold. Those of you who watch every week know that I always feel cold. So I'm wearing this vest. So this vest, I think I might have gotten it on the Alaska incentive trip, but it makes me feel nostalgic because we missed our incentive trip this year. Stampin' Up! Moved it till May. It was supposed to be in July. And of course thinking that everything would be hunky-dory by May. So now we were just in a chat with a bunch of Canadian demonstrators, and we're just not sure what to do about the trip in May, because it's not, anyway, so it just made me feel a little nostalgic. All our wonderful Stampin' Up! Trips, they are something else. Stampin' Up! Does them amazing. So, but just like everything else, everything's gone upside down with the pandemic. So we're just going to keep on keeping on, and I'm so glad that you're here so I can keep sharing stamping, even though you're not in my basement. My basement has gotten a lot messier, by the way, since I haven't had to have classes down here. At least once a month, I'd have to clean up for technique class, but now it just gets messier and messier. So, but we're going to pretend that we're in my craft cave together, having fun, enjoying stamping, and I can just share whatever I love with you. So let me do the flip over. Sorry, I always like to go a little bit slowly because I get motion sick, so I know that if any of you feel that way, it's the worst when the camera gets all jiggly and switches over. So let me flip it over there. Sorry, I didn't even get a clean sheet of paper, but we'll just work with what we got there, and I'll flip off the light so that we can get a bit of that shadow away. Okay, so some announcements. You know what? I saw I don't know whether it was a meme. Oh, sorry, Pat. Yeah. Trish, you hopped in to see my lovely face. That's so sweet. But I just flipped the camera over so you can just see my hands now. Okay, so one thing to share. I'm going to continue on. Just a reminder that October is the last chance to take advantage of the 15% off Designer Series paper sale. So there's select Designer Series papers that are on sale for 15% off. So it's a great time to stock up. Those of you who have been watching have seen that have been coming to my classes recently. You've seen that I've used a lot of the Snowflake Splendor DSP. I had some fun with the Magic in the Night too. So all of these are gorgeous, and they're all on sale for 15% off. Anything you see that you love, you can just head to my online store, genevieve.stampinup.net, and click the Shop Now button. So I do have an online shopping special going on. When your order is $60 or more, you can take advantage of shopping online, and you'll get a free sampler of foil paper, which I don't have right in front of me right now. Variety of colors, so you can take advantage of that. So what else can I tell you about that's coming up? All my November classes are up, so let's do that. If you want to register for any November events, you can just go to this website. It's a bit.ly website there. Let me check. I wrote it over here. Hang on. Stampin' for Fun November. Okay. So I have all my classes listed for November on this link. Sorry, it's so messy. Okay, Stampin' for Fun November, and that way you can sign up for anything that catches your fancy. So if you hopped into my technique class yesterday, those of you that registered, you'd know that I showed a couple of samples of what you'll be making in the Santa's Workshop Stamp Camp. There's going to be at least 12 projects that you'll be making as part of the stamp camp, and there's no live Zoom. Just because there's so many projects, we thought it'd be better for people to do it on your own time. We'll write all the tutorials. It's a collaboration with Lori Heiling from the US. She makes such cute things, and we thought we'd collaborate together on this stamp camp. So I'm excited about that. You can just register there. Or of course you can go to my website and click events. It's fine. I can always get in touch with you and we can sort everything out. And so I'm super excited about this because these are projects that you can create on your own, and it's all the things you need for Christmas, right? Little gift ideas, Christmas tags, gift card holders. So it's more than just cards at this class. I would love to have you join in. I don't have a flyer for it, but I'm super excited about the Ladies Retreat Day in November. And as I'm promoting and telling you about my November Ladies Retreat, this weekend is going to be our Ladies Retreat weekend. So there's like an exclusive Zoom room where you can just craft and work on your own things, but have a little bit of company. Don't we need a little bit of company right now? So we can do that, but there's also make and takes in your retreat box. There's like pillow gifts. So I thought November was a great time to run another one, just a one-day one on Saturday, November the 21st. And that's so that you can get ready for all your Christmas crafting, have the dedicated time to work on it, but at the same time get the inspiration from me on different new ideas, different stamping demonstrations, and you'll all get a goodie bag. So, and then, oh, I brought this just to show you guys. That's the other reason I'm kind of busy today, is tonight we have our Team Stick Stampers celebration. Every month we get together. And so if you're not part of the team, I would love to welcome you. We do special make and takes. We have special demonstrations, recognition, all sorts of things. So this is one of the projects that we're doing this evening. So just wanted to inspire you there. And you could put any little things in the box. I think they have tags in there, but wouldn't that be fun to make for the holidays? So yeah, you'll have to be one of my Team Stick Stampers to get some of these exclusive projects, or sometimes they get to see my classes first. Lots of little perks of being on the team. Okay, so what I wanted to do today is talk about Seal and Seal Plus. Okay, so because I have been using them more, and I thought it would be really helpful to give a little bit of information about them to you before I dive into the stamping project today. Oh, Anne, I'm glad you liked the tag. Okay, so first thing you need to know, which I literally just found out, I had to call Stampin' Up! To ask, is that the cases of the two are the same. Okay, they are completely interchangeable. So what that means is if you buy the seal adhesive and it runs out and you decide, you know what, I want to try the Seal Plus, you don't need to buy the full Seal Plus. You can just buy the Seal Plus refill and it will go into that case. Okay, so that's one thing to know that I had always wondered, and I didn't know, so I bought both. But really, I just needed to buy one, and then when it's done, I can try the other one. But of course, I do like to use both now. So what's the difference between Seal and Seal Plus? So it might be boring for you to just watch me roll it on nothing. So I have, let me see. I have a leftover class packet from last night's technique class, so I guess you're going to watch me assemble it here. I won't do the technique for you. I'm just going to turn it into another card. Last night's technique class, we did split circle techniques, so all the cards had circles, and we split them up and did funky things. But I'm not going to do that because that's not the purpose of this. I just want to show you how I use the Seal and the Seal Plus, and it's more interesting to see it done on a card rather than just rolling it so you see how it works. Okay. Oh, I don't even know whether it'll be a good example. Okay, so the Seal, I would say, is the basic tape runner. Okay, so it replaces what we used to have, which was called the snail. So the snail was good. The Seal is definitely stickier. So I don't know whether that's the reason why Stampin' Up! Changed it, but it's stickier and it just rolls on. So I'll see if I can hold it up here so that you can see what it looks like there. Okay, I think you can see it. It's just a roll of tape. Okay, and it's easy to use. So here's the thing. Because it's stickier, I mean, Stampin' Up! Says you don't have to do any sort of check or anything to break the seal, but I do find because it's stickier, I don't do a check. I almost like break it just by kind of doing a wrist flex, and that breaks it. So I don't have to put a whole run of adhesive all the way down because it's pretty strong. I just need to do a little bit in each corner. Okay, so that's what the Seal looks like. Now, the Seal Plus is meant to be an even stronger adhesive, but it has a different look to it. Let's see whether I can. I don't know. There, can you see it? It's almost like little individual strips of adhesive. So that's what the Seal Plus looks like. That's what the Seal looks like. Okay, hopefully you can see the difference. But basically for the regular card making, the Seal is fine. It's just if you are actually on this card, do I have my ribbon here? What I did is I used the Seal Plus to wrap the ribbon around just because I didn't want the ribbon to fall off. But if you're doing like 3D boxes or whatever, even when you're making like, I think you could even get away with the Seal Plus making 3D projects because it's so strong. Okay. Oh, sorry, I must have missed a comment. Thank you, Jennifer, for answering Trisha's comment there. There are refills for them. Yep. Okay, so this goes around. Okay, so we can stick that on. But I did want to tell you a little trick. So I think I was saying, did I say that I was married to these guys? I can't remember if I told you I was married or dating. So the reason why I might have said I was dating, okay, those of you who are new to my channel, you're never going to understand what I'm talking about. So let me just back up. When I'm getting to know a product and I'm not 100% sure whether I love it, not 100% sure whether I'm going to like really promote it for you guys to purchase, then I just say that I'm dating it, okay? Because we're getting to know each other. I'm trying different things, okay? So the issue with the Seal, why we didn't get married right away, is because sometimes it hasn't happened as much now that I know to do this wrist flex thing and break the adhesive. But sometimes it's like the adhesive would go kind of down here, and so then I'd try to roll and nothing would come out. And my mistake was that I would just push harder. Pushing harder does not help the situation whatsoever, okay? So pushing harder doesn't help. What does help, I found, is sticking my finger down here, okay? So this is the top. So really underneath and like reaching in till I find the sticky part and advancing it a little bit manually. You just have to advance it a tiny bit and then you can go back to rolling. Okay, so that is the main trick. And so that is, yeah, that's the main trick with the Seal. So I haven't had any problems since. So I think we are going to walk down the aisle very soon. So I finished one whole roll. The second roll, I had issues with something getting mixed up inside. And I really think it's because I was pushing too hard and I was trying to advance it from the top. So now I've learned my lesson. If it's not coming out right away, I don't push really hard. That doesn't help. I just advance it from the bottom, like grab the adhesive and just pull forward a little bit. So now we're on to number 3 and it's going really well. You can see I'm almost done. So we're getting close to walking down the aisle. This could be my new favorite thing. Okay, but the Seal Plus works exactly the same way, but I haven't had as much issue with it kind of ricocheting down here and having to advance it manually. So the problem that I have had with the Seal Plus, just so you know, is that it's so sticky that sometimes when I roll it, it actually rips the paper and the paper sticks to the adhesive instead of the adhesive sticking to the paper. So I don't know if that makes sense. So I guess that's the price you pay for something that's so sticky. But I do love them both. Jen says she loves them both, but hopefully that gives you an idea on how to use them. Okay, that's that. Okay, so we're not going to finish this card because this was just a leftover from technique class last night that happened to be sitting on my desk, and so that I could show you about the adhesives. Okay, who's ready to see what the project for today is? We're going to use the product of the month. Let me get the stamp set out. Each month I like to pick a product and then highlight it for the whole month. Okay, so this month it's this stamp set. Hang on. And here, so the first week in October, I think I did that card using that stamp set. And then last week was this card. Okay, and this week you're not going to believe it. The card is so simple. It's incredible. You're not going to believe how easy the next card is that I'm going to show you this week. But that's actually why I wanted to show you, because sometimes we get so used to using all these different layers and embellishments and things on it that we forget. Sometimes the joy of stamping is literally just stamping. So I'm going to show you this next card and you're not going to believe how easy it is. And it's using this stamp set. I am going to, oh boy, my desk is getting messier and messier. Oh, thanks for sharing, Jennifer. Yes, feel free to share the video on your feed or in your groups that you love, so that we can keep sharing the stamping happiness. So I'm going to use the Oh Come Let Us Adore Him stamp from this set, and I'm going to mount it on, what block is this? H block. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. And the DSP that I'm going to use today, although this one is not on sale because it's kind of got the specialty foil. It's pretty much the regular DSPs that are on sale, but it still will give you an idea of how the DSP can make a card pop. So this is the Feels Like Frost Designer Series paper, and I've obviously used a lot of it already. So I only have certain designs left, so I don't have all the designs to show you. But on one side, you've got sort of realistic photo as the paper. And then on the other side, you've got the silver foil aspect to it. So there's a variety. So there's this, isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, so yeah, I'll show you some of the other ones. Right? Oh, I'm going to, look at these. So nice. Okay. And then the foil's different on the other side as well. Okay. So you may not have noticed, I feel like this wasn't really showcased in the catalog that well. Let me get my catalog. So you might have missed it because it is a carryover from last holiday season, but it's right here. Okay. It's on this page here. It's the Feels Like Frost Designer Series paper. So what I love, it is gorgeous, so gorgeous. And what I love here, right at the bottom, you can see all the different colors that are included in that paper. Okay, so then I look at this and I know what cardstock I want to use. I'm going to choose one of those colors for sure so that it'll coordinate. Okay, so yes, definitely. I see some of you commenting that the paper is gorgeous. So if any of you are itching to get it, now's a great time. I am going to be putting in a group order this week. So if you're able to pick up from me, just shoot me a message and I can include it. Otherwise, it's most convenient. Just shop on my online store here. Okay, genevieve.stampinup.net, and make sure to use the host code. When you order $60 or more, you get a free gift from me. Okay, so let's play around with this paper a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use this one. And then here we've got some of the Rococo Rose. So I have cut the Rococo Rose. But yeah, let's do this first. Should have got a bone folder. So this is our regular 8.5 by 11, cut in half, and then I'm just going to fold it in half. Okay, so this is really one of the trademark benefits of Stampin' Up! Is that you are getting products that coordinate. I can't tell you what a difference things make, the finished project makes when the things coordinate. Okay, so see how it just picks up that Rococo Rose? So let's cut this to size. Okay, so we're going to cut it at, let's see, I think I want this going this way. So let's cut this at the 4-inch mark. Okay, so it'll just be a mat on top, and then 5¼ inches. Okay. I just want to let the paper shine. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? And then there's nothing like spending time in nature or, you know, taking time admiring nature. It just makes you want to praise God and realize, hey, I can't create all this. I'm not that awesome. And it just kind of makes you think about God's awesomeness. So I chose the sentiment here, oh, come, let us adore him. And I'm going to just take some basic black ink. So we are talking keeping it simple here. So we're just going to take our stamp. I don't know if you can see, I'm just tapping in the ink pad. Okay. And I'm going to stamp right on the Designer Series paper. Straight down and straight up. There it is. Okay, doesn't this speak for itself? Oh, come let us adore him. And Do you have to use this as a Christmas card? Not necessarily, right? It could just be any card that gives a little encouragement. So there we go. If we want to jazz it up a bit more, I could certainly just glue it down just like that, and I think it would be a gorgeous card. And think if you wanted to do, so a lot of my wintry scenes are gone from this pack of paper. Otherwise, I would have used a more wintry scene, but clearly I used them all up. But there's one with like snow-covered trees and everything. Like, what a fast and easy way to make Christmas cards, but ones that are still gorgeous, right? So we could do this, but I can't help it. We could leave it like this, but you know me, I just want to put a little embellishment. So I think I'm going to use the, let me see if I can find the ribbon I want to use. I'm going to use the metallic edged ribbon. It's got a silver metallic edge, so I thought that would jazz it up a little bit. I don't know whether it actually ruins it, takes it away, but let's do it. Let's do it, because I think the ribbon is beautiful too. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a piece of the ribbon here. Okay, and then tape that around the back. Okay, I learned a lesson. I tried my seal on here, and remember I told you sometimes the trouble is this is so sticky that the paper sticks to the seal plus instead of the other way around. So like the top layer of this paper was stuck to my thing, and there was no adhesive on here. There's some sort of fancy finish because of the foil, so I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use some, let me look and see whether I have some Scotch tape here. And then I can use that. Kind of tape the ends. Okay. This paper really speaks for itself, even though the product of the month is the stamp set. But still, this stamp set looks great with this paper. Okay. Okay, and then we can stick it on. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on here. And finish it off. Okay, so for those of you that are loving this stamp set, don't forget in November I'll actually be offering this as a class. So you'll receive all the pre-cut pieces. Everything will be die cut for you. You'll get the embellishments, the paper pre-cut, and you'll also get the 4-on-2 stamp set. For those of you who already have that stamp set, no worries. You just substitute another one for the class. But when you do the class, we'll do it over Zoom. If you can tune in live, just use your own set. If you can't tune in live, I'll send the tutorials out. You can watch the video recording and do it on your own time. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that great? But I am feeling the need to try this same card, but with a, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, seaside spray, seaside spray. Let's look and see how it looks like with the seaside spray. And then you guys can vote. You guys can tell me which you like better. Because I only tried it with the Rococo Rose. But when I was doing it, I was really curious how it would look on the seaside spray. So you guys can tell me which you like better. Or we could even do 3. I don't know if we have time for that. Exactly the same, but the other color, like this one, right? We could bring in the Highland Heather. Oh, this paper's so gorgeous. Okay, let's move this. And let's see with the seaside spray which you like better. And I'll see which I like better. I only did it with the Rococo Rose, but now that I was looking at the paper, I was thinking, oh, I see some seaside spray in here. What would it look like? So let's try it. Do I have, here, I have another sheet of that paper. Okay, what do you guys think here? Of course, for the seaside spray. Oh, okay. So this one is seaside spray. I'm just reading one of the comments. This is seaside spray. This one is Rococo Rose. Okay, so that's the color of the base. I'm really taking the colors just from the paper. Okay, what Stampin' Up! Said the paper was. So, well, let me stamp. Okay, we got to have the sentiment going on here. And then you can tell me what you like better. I'll hold them side by side. Isn't it great? So great, that font. Okay, let's see. And then we could even change up the ribbon. Do I want to keep this silvery ribbon? I think so. Of course, when I see Seaside Spray, I think of that Seaside Spray metallic ribbon, but let's just keep it the same so that we can just, the only change I'm making is the card base, and then you can tell me which you like better, okay? I think Maureen has a grandbaby on her lap. I just read her comment. It looks like baby talk. Somebody's banging the keyboard, I think. Okay. So I love sharing stamping, and at this time, I think it's a wonderful time where we can just look for ways to connect. And my classes are really one huge way that I connect with fellow friends, new friends, old friends. So I'd encourage you, if you've never tried one of my classes, just give it a try. They come in all different price ranges. So my lower priced ones like the Sweet and Simple or the Technique might be a good place to start. But then my specialty classes really involve a lot more. That's why I have to charge more. But like the Santa's Workshop that I'm doing with Lori, you're going to get to make 12 Christmas projects. Who doesn't need that at this time of year to get ahead of our Christmas crafting? And then the Ladies Retreat Day, everyone gets a goodie bag of product, and you get to do your crafting, and you can join in as much or as little as you want in the exclusive Zoom room. So I hope you guys will give that a try. No, it's not Balmy Blue. It's Seaside Spray. Okay, so there we go. Balmy Blue is more, it's more blue. This is more dusty. Oh, I'm totally off on the scoring, but anyway. Okay, which one do you think? Oh, I think I'm going for the Rococo Rose. I just feel like there's more of a contrast there. The Seaside Spray is nice. Which one do you like better? I would love to hear which one you like better. See, once you get started, I just want to keep going. Like now I want to try this one with the Highland Heather. Maybe I'll try that another day. But hopefully you can let me know. Yeah, Rococo Rose. Yeah, I think Rococo Rose is the winner. The Seaside Spray, it just loses something with the Seaside Spray. Yay, I think this is the winner. Okay, so that'll be our third card. So make sure to tune in next week to see what I create using the product of the month. And if you want to make these cards, you'll actually get to make 8. You'll actually get to make 2 of each design, and it's a great price. I think it's only $45 because you get the stamp set included. Where's the stamp set? So you'll get to make 8 cards, get the stamp set included for only $45. So if you want to register for that class, you have to make sure to do it by November 1st. Just register at Stampin' for Fun November. Okay, you have to do the bit.ly, bit.ly/Stampin' for Fun November. And that is where you would register if you want to do the 4 on 2S class or any of my November classes. Okay, so I think, okay, you can't see, but I have all this chocolate that I grabbed a handful of chocolate because I was sort of not distressed. Distressed is not the right word, but as I told you earlier, a bunch of us Canadians were talking, a bunch of us top performer Canadians were talking about what's going to happen with the incentive trip, and we all miss each other so much. We miss getting pampered from Stampin' Up! On these incentive trips, and I just felt kind of like, I miss life before. And so since I can't do anything about making life the way it was before. I'm sorry to report that I grabbed a handful of chocolate, and I am probably going to eat them this afternoon, and that's really unhealthy. So, but I thought you guys would get a kick. In case any of you sometimes feel like eating your blues away, just know that you're not alone. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. Let me flip the camera around. Turn on the light here, just so that you guys can see my face again and we can say a proper farewell. Okay. Yes. So what's the navy? I'm looking at the comments. I don't know what the navy color is. It probably is Night of Navy. It probably would look better on Night of Navy. So the colors used in that DSP are Balmy Blue, Blushing Bride, Highland Heather, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Purple Posy, Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, Smoky Slate, Whisper White. So there's a lot of colors in there. So you kind of got to look at the paper and then decide what you're going to do. So I'm like you. I think I'm going for the Rococo Rose. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for joining me for my Tuesday at 2. And if you want to stay in touch, you know you'll find me here pretty much every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern, I don't know what they call it. What happens when we do our time change? Does it become Eastern? I don't know. So you can do that, but also make sure to subscribe to my newsletter list if you're not on it, because that's how I communicate a lot, is by sending out emails. Then you can just read it at your leisure and click whatever links are relevant to you. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you're commenting, and I'll enter you into the draw for next week. See you later. Bye. Have a good afternoon.